afternoon, everybody. It is what night of the week?
Friday night.
Friday, and Missy Jen is in rush hour here, and kind of grumpy rush hour in NorCal, and it's been an exhausting week for us this week with everything we had to do. We've had a lot on us, you know, the pressure of the new RV, and then all the requirements to get it for California ready. It's a mountain to climb here, so it's been stressful. So we thought tonight, wouldn't it be fun to go down market a little bit and try one of those places that you guys have been asking us to review? Something a little more middle market, and well, could be good, could be not so good, who knows. I'm talking about the Outback Steakhouse, which is an Australian themed steakhouse with absolutely no ownership in Australia, but it's themed that way. It's been around for a lot of years, and well, we've never eaten there before. We thought, well, why not give that a shot tonight? So we're going down to the town of Rohnert Park here. We're on Highway 101 at the heart of rush hour. Luckily, we're moving counter to the flow of people coming from San Francisco. So, are you looking forward to that, Jen? Trying the
Never had it. So.
I had it once when I first knew the boss and Janet. We went to an Outback, and I remember feeling unimpressed by the quality of the steak I had. So, well, we'll see tonight. We'll check out the menu. We'll check out the atmosphere. Obviously, people care if it's for family or couples, but this is one of those restaurants that it's really for everybody. And you know, the atmosphere is not going to vary much from city to city. It's a Friday evening. I expect there to be a decent crowd down there, so we'll see what it's like when we get down there. I'm excited about it. I really could use a good steak. The last beef I had was Tuesday night up in Reno, a small piece that didn't exactly light my world on fire, but you know, that's cool. So I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into a good, honest to goodness steak. So we're excited. You can tell, can't you? She's just screaming with enthusiasm.
Well, it's just crazy, you know.
You want to start moving to your right now, tough guy, okay? We're going to get golf course drive up here. Ooh, there she blows. Outback, mate. Going to the bloody Outback. I reckon so, mate.
Right this way.
What's going on?
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Steak and crab bash. What do you think of that? Oh, boy. Boy, it feels good to sit down today. Oh, boy. Pardon me. Woolsey Tizers, cheese fries, wings. I could go for some wings, huh? We split some wings for appetizer, Jen. How's that sound? Look at that bloomin' onion, 1,948 calories. That's the more than the average recommended daily adult calorie intake. Crap. Woo!
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you two doing?
What's your name again?
My name's Catherine.
Yeah, you're very cute,
Yes.
Catherine.
Oh, thank you.
I'd like to get a Coors Light, please.
Okay, the Coors Light. Would you like the 16 or 22 ounce?
I think let me get the 16 ounce.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna get some wings for an appetizer. How does that sound, Jen? Some wings?
Do a appetizer for the wings. Those will come out beforehand. And would you like the mild, medium, or hot wings?
Medium, I think. What do you think? Medium or hot? Medium.
Medium. Okay.
Boneless, right?
They have the bone in them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's only a few of them. We're gonna split it anyway. And then if you could give us a couple more minutes
Of
to
course, yes.
decide.
And then
on
something to
that.
drink for you. We do, yeah. A coffee, sure. With cream. Okay.
Excellent.
Great. I'll bring that out for you too. Thank you so much.
She's cute, isn't she?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you are cute. Look at that smile now. I'm putting that little mustache on right there. Missy Jen had a white knuckles week this week with riding shotgun on the Rosie Girl, huh? With the rig. Swaying and a bobbing and a weaving going in. Anyway, we made it.
It's just been rough.
Yeah.
Not getting to sleep.
Yeah, it's been a lot of stress.
It's really taking a toll on me. To sleep. I know on you too, but I can tell with my mess, it's getting rough. So we're gonna wolf out some good wings and some steak.
Here we go.
Go to bed early.
Tell it, girlfriend. Get a good sleep tonight.
Get a good sleep tonight.
And tomorrow's a new day.
Tomorrow's gonna be another busy day.
You're gonna be busy. Gonna try to do some work to get that workshop cleaned up so it's functional now. To work on the rig, you know.
Yeah, I gotta take the kids tomorrow.
Gotta take the dogs for shots. So tonight we're gonna enjoy our steak.
We're gonna be enjoying.
So I think I'm gonna get a ribeye. I think I'm gonna get the just the 10 ouncer with a baked potato. Actually, I might get a sirloin. I'm not sure. I have ribeye so often. I think I might get a sirloin tonight. Or a New York strip. I haven't had a New York strip in so long. That could be pretty good tonight, guys. A New York strip, medium well. Have a baked potato. And one freshly made side. Maybe a house salad would go good, huh? As usual, they start you with some fresh bread. Give you a couple bread plates. Let Missy Jen cut that up. That looks pretty good. There. And I've got me cold beer. And boy, have I waited for this week. Ooh. I can't tell you, there's something about the Friday afternoon beers that's so good, so good. I'm gonna try a piece of the bread. Cut yourself some bread. Very good. Put your napkin on your lap. Oh, I'm really enjoying the beer. Nothing like a nice cold draft beer, guys, I'll tell you. Good temperature. Makes me pucker up on a Friday evening. Oh, that's good. I can just feel the stress melting away. Guys, there's the wings. They look good and they're hotter than hell too. How do I know that? Because I already sampled one on there, so I'll try another one of these bad boys. They're plenty spicy, aren't they? They're good. And a special shout out to Shay on Friday Night Foodies. Hope you had a great birthday yesterday. We were thinking about you. And we're dedicating this Friday Night Foodies at the Outback restaurant to you. Happy birthday.
Because you inspired us actually to go here.
Woo! There we go. So glad you're doing the Foodies now. So how's that wings? Pretty good, huh?
It's very good.
All right. I'm gonna knock them off, guys. You smiling yet? Yeah, she's smiling.
And how would you like yours cooked? Medium. And 2 sides for you.
Sweet potato and the baked potato soup.
And a cup of baked potato soup. And those wings should be out in just a second.
I'd like some ice water too, please. Thank
And ice
you.
water, sure.
All right, great.
Way there.
Sounds like a good dinner coming.
You're at the right spot. Thank you.
Oh man, that kid had her finger so far up her nose, picking her nose, I thought she was going to puncture her brain. Over there, that kid over there in that seat behind you. Thing was, thought she was going to puncture her brain.
Maybe she's from Texas. You're for that oil.
I don't know. I'll give you guys a look around here. See a little bit of the ambiance. I'd call this sort of typical Roadhouse style dining with booths here like you have Texas Roadhouse or something like that. It's good. I mean, it gives you some privacy and some quiet. If you're out on the floor, it's like crazy loud right now out there in Missy J. You know, everything's hardscaped here, so the sound bounces off everywhere. So it may be by design to keep people focused on eating.
What's really cool is it says Sheila's on the bathroom door.
Yep, Sheila's, yep. Sheila's and blokes. All right, Missy Jen, one of your sides is potato soup over there. You doubled up on potatoes. You got sweet potato and regular. Okay.
It's very low calories, so I try to get my meal compilation so that my overall calorie count is not too crazy.
That's good. And I have a house salad because I like to have my greens and things. So we're still working on the appetizer. I have to say the buffalo wings have been outstanding here. They've been great. Very good. For an appetizer, I'd say that these wings are 10-star right there. They're good.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of goo on them. You can put goo, if you want to dip them in the goo, you can. But they're really good. Really good. Woo! You have to say the salad is good. The croutons are fresh. Lots of crunch to them. Nice color on the tomato. Good. So far, no disappointments at all. That beer was really good too. I could tell that beer was fresh too. All right, so you're gonna try your potato soup. Try a spoon in there. Yep. Let's see, Jen, with typical German efficiency, likes things turned just the right way. There you go, Mike. Well, that's a big ass piece of potato, too. Got a little bit of bacon in there.
Bacon bits, some cheese, shredded cheese.
They'll be calling you the Baconator. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, well, we're still waiting on the main event here. Service has been good, no lags. She was real good, the waitress there. Like I said, no lags in service. Really on top of her game. I had to ask twice for a glass of water, but that's okay. She's busy. This is peak time right now. I think she's got stuff pretty much under control. Missy, Jen, and I were commenting on the quality of wings. We eat a lot of wings. We know wings. And these were really good size, and they were very meaty. I'm sure they grade wings by meat content, you know, small, medium, large. These were good size, and they were tasty. And they didn't have that goo on them. I don't care about dipping sauce. It all just hides the flavor of the meat. And a really good, what would you say, Missy Jen? A really good medium spicy sauce on them that was baked in it. It wasn't put on at the last minute. That's a real key difference. That stuff at the last minute, just, I don't know. You can always tell like it's an attached thing. It's not like cooked with it. This was cooked with it, and I really liked it. It was really good. So my salad was fresh. So far, they're knocking the ball out of the park. I'm happy. My beer started out the night just perfect temperature, delicious, cold. Wings good, salad good, bread good. Let's see if we can keep it going through the main event. And of course, that's the salad here, so we'll see. All right, there we go. The main event is here.
All right, enjoy.
All right, here we go. Got the potato. I think you got the strip, or I got the sirloin strip.
You got the sirloin.
Yeah, it's not something I have too often. I thought I'd give it a shot tonight, and Missy Jen has the strip there. And I'll tell you, it looks pretty good.
And I forgot the baked potato, and look at even the baked potato, how nice. The presentation of that is even.
Yeah, it's nice looking.
It's just amazing. I've never gotten such a nice sweet potato.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a sweet potato, guys. And I got the regular potato fully loaded except for the sour cream. I hope that's not sour cream. Well, it is, but I guess I'll live with it tonight. That's okay. That's our first real error tonight. It's all right. So let's wait for Missy Jen. We'll get her to fire up her first bite here, and I can't do anything. I don't have a knife here, so all right. So Missy Jen's gonna try a bite of her New York strip here. Good flavor. She's cheering. When you see that, she's happy. Not tough. Easy to cut, pretty well done. The way you like it done.
Tender, juicy.
How's the flavor?
Flavor, perfect.
Excellent.
Just the way Mama loves it.
There you go. Mama's gonna rip that steak a new one right there.
That's right.
Now I decided to get the simple sirloin tonight because I wanted to test, the very basic meat here. And sirloin's not the top cut, but it should still be good. It should still be flavorful. I asked for medium well. It probably came a little more on the well side, but it's got very intense flavor to it, which I like. It's good. I think for the cut of meat that it is, being a sirloin, Jen has a little better cut with the New York strip, and then you get into the ribeyes and the fillets. I'd say they've done a good job on this, cooking this properly with still a lot of flavor. Not too tough. It's not the easiest steak in the world to cut, but it's plenty easy to chew. Good. Would you say your potato had like a cinnamon notes to it?
Yeah, they got that butter in there and they'll sprinkle cinnamon in there, which really gives a really nice touch. Really delicious when you have that sweet potato, that butter, and that slight touch of cinnamon. It's like Christmas.
All right, there you go. We're like giving Michelin stars here now, so Zagat rated. I think this is a very interesting way that they brought the steak sauce, and you have ketchup in there. You don't squeeze your own or anything. I wonder if this is wasteful or helpful for the restaurant overall. I don't know. Interesting. Well, Missy Jen, I'm starting to hit that old song point of, whoo. Cool, that was a big ass potato. That was the only error so far tonight. She brought sour cream on the potato, which I didn't ask for, but that kitchen's probably so busy they just flew right past that request on the ticket, so I can't really blame her. Having once worked as short order cook in a resort place with 5 kitchens all together, I can tell you it gets crazy when you get into the weeds and you get busy. You're just pushing shit out and hoping for the best, I'll tell you. I have to tell you, it's been it's really far exceeded my expectations. I'm going to finish eating. We'll have a lot to say about this on the way out. I'm going to enjoy a cup of coffee, chill out a little bit, and gather our thoughts together, and we'll see you guys on a little reflection as we get closer to wrapping up a really nice meal at Outback. The thing I can never understand in some restaurants is they give you forks, not all of them. The finer the restaurant, the smaller the fork. They give you forks that are basically almost like the size of meat forks on here. So it's like, I got a big mouth, but not that big, and I always feel uncomfortable putting something that big in. I'm so used, like you noticed it at home, and I always get the small fork. I don't like the big fork. There's just something uncomfortable. But it seems to be all one size here for things. But these are some kind of big forks, though. I'll tell you. I guess some people have a really big mouth and want to jam a lot of steak or something in it. So just an observation on restaurants and flatware and everything, and just some of my thoughts on size as the quality of the restaurant. So check it yourself and see.
Everything is bigger in Australia.
That's it, in Australia. The Outback, that's it. All right, tough guy.
Everything is bigger in Outback.
You ruined my analytical moment. People want to know my questions for August, my monthly mail call. I was looking at one of the questions today, and they said, could you talk more about service and ambiance? Well, we're in a very loud place right now, but I have to say the service is not super attentive, but it's just enough to keep you happy. And she never looks bogged down in her spirit. You know, she's always happy and smiling no matter how busy she is, which is great. You know, that you don't feel like, I don't want to ask for something because she's too busy, so it's a good thing. You've got a lot of people, and Jen will pan the camera to the left, you've got a lot of people that are crammed into a very small area here, and the noise level's very high. But I have to say, I don't hear anybody really complaining or anything. It's the way they organize, make these wooden booths, that it retains a lot of your own sound in here. And only on one ear you get a lot of the external sound. So the atmosphere, this is not some French fine dining place, okay? This is a lot of people coming through, a low margin restaurant. But I think they do a pretty good job. The noise level's tolerable, and the service was adequate here tonight. So, all right. Wasn't cheap dining, but it was good dining tonight. We got the Coors Light was $4.75. We got the wings, which were great, for $8.99. There were plenty of wings, and they were tasty. I would recommend splitting that appetizer. That was a good portion of wings. Wouldn't you say, Missy Jen? And I had the sirloin for $19.99. And Missy had the strip, so doesn't look like she dinged us for the coffee. So that's okay. And yeah, so we're $62.77. She did a good job, so we'll take care of this. We'll have a little more coffee, and we'll see you guys outside, and we'll give you a good report tonight, I think. So you see Missy Jen doing that, you know, her heart's a fluttering there. All right, farewell, fellow Outback diners. We're on our way out of here. So, woo!
Have a good night, you too.
All right, thank you. Oh yeah, my belly is full. Thank you, Outback. Just waiting for Princess. Here she comes. There's the new Outback steak girl, huh?
Welcome to Outback.
No bloomin' onion for you, mate. Huh? I reckon. All right, well, stand over here next to me and let's get one. I think I speak for Missy Jen when I say, you know, we were very pleasantly surprised here with the eats that we had. From top to bottom, it was good. Starting with the beer was, I don't know whether it was just I really needed a beer tonight, or was just exceptionally the perfect temperature, and it was really cold, and it was really just hit the spot. I don't know, I guess I'm used to beer that's maybe 40 degrees instead of 34 degrees. I don't want to dwell on that, but that was a great glass of beer. Then the appetizers came, those wings.
They were heavenly good.
Those wings were out of this world. Like I said, they didn't just throw sauce on at the end and throw them out there. These things were cooked with the spices.
They have a special sauce too.
They had if you want it, yeah. You mean the sauce that was baked on it?
They have a special sauce. Their very own special sauce.
So if you're used to wings that are kind of gooed up and everything, these were a delight to eat. These wings, and for $8.99, I think we got like 8 or 9, maybe 10 of these bad boys. It was good value here for a restaurant. And the salads, you got your potato soup. What did you think of your
oh, it was excellent.
And my salad was nice and fresh.
And creamy.
salad was nice and fresh, which was good. Not too much, not too small. It was a perfect size salad. So that was another score. Then our entrees came, and you were really over the moon with your New York strip, huh?
It was juicy, it was tender, it was perfect, medium, cooked.
I'm sending her down to the Outback. Huh?
It was just the way I wanted it to be.
Perfect steak for you. You were, I could tell you were blown away. You weren't expecting it to be that tasty tonight. Neither was I. My expectations for Outback were way down here, and my sirloin was nothing to write home about, but it wasn't bad. You know, it's a really common cut of meat below the strip, below the rib. I chose that purposely. I thought if they do a good job on that piece of meat, they'll do a good job on everything. And I would say that was a solid B plus piece of meat, which I really enjoyed. Service was acceptable. You know, it wasn't overly patronizing because of how busy.
They're super duper busy.
Yeah, Friday
today.
night at Outback,
Wow.
you know, it's busy. They got big groups in there. It's noisy. So for ambiance, if you're going to be on a first date with somebody and you're a couple, I can think of better places to go on a first date.
Romantic candlelight dinner is not at the Outback.
Yeah, it's too noisy, but if you're doing a family thing or you've already been going out with your guy or gal for a while, it's a great place to go and have a meal for $62 plus tip. That was appetizer, that was drinks. We didn't even get dinged for the coffee, which was kind of weird tonight. So, you know, I'm not complaining at all. I'm saying I think we got great value for a Friday night Foodies tonight. So rate it up. What are you going to give the Outback tonight?
Well, I am giving it a 9.8.
Ooh, 9.8. That's great. I know what contributed to that 9.8. What was the thing that you were least expecting that they really put it over the top for you tonight?
The quality of the food and the service.
Okay, so it was good enough for you, the service.
And that everything came out in a timely fashion.
Yeah, they didn't jam everything on top of each other.
The waiter came. You didn't wait too long for the waiter to come introduce herself, say hi, I'm so and so, and then you got your drinks.
It was a good flow.
You got your appetizer, then you got your next, step after step. It was all in a timely fashion. It was perfectly timed, in my opinion. And I have been going according to the reviews because I went on Yelp beforehand and I read the reviews on this facility here, and there was a lot of negative reviews on bad timing,
service
and
problems,
service issues, and so I paid extremely
close attention
to all that, and I'm really so positively surprised that it was all so perfect, and that's why I'm giving this a 9.8, because after seeing all these bad reviews on Yelp and then being so well served.
Yeah, plus guys, I'll mention they have a carry out side going on over here too at the same time, so that kitchen is working hard.
Now
in there.
the reviews in regards to the food, everybody said the food was excellent.
Yeah,
so
the food was good. That was my most pleasant surprise. I'm going to give it a 9-star, which is pretty good for a steakhouse. It's a very good rating. It's something to be proud of. If a mass, I don't want to call it assembly line type of place, can pull off a 9-star, that's great. I think the only thing that held me back to service was a little sketchy at times. You know, after she brought her entree, she didn't really come back and check back till about 15 minutes. 10 minutes later with this, they muffed up the sour cream. It was probably the kitchen, probably not her. She probably did put the request and they just blew it on the plate and got it out of there. But 9 stars, nothing to be hanging your head about.
Yeah.
You average it together, and we're at 9.4 stars for the experience, which is pretty damn high on our food rating. So I think for both of us, it exceeded our expectations greatly, and that's what Friday Night Foodies is all about: rediscovering things that you knew before and seeing how they really are in the light of a real review and a really keen eye of observing things. So, any final thoughts?
Basically, the reason why the 9.8 has nothing specifically to do with the entire chain of the Outback. It really pertains to this particular location here, because of the reviews
Yeah,
that
your
this
experience
location
could
has
vary,
gotten.
but the food shouldn't really vary too much.
Right. So that's why I want to really make a point that in Rohnert Park, I'm giving it a 9.8. Otherwise, I would have said, because it's a chain, kind of a 9.0. But it's a 9.8 in this case.
All right. Well, that's it, guys.
Just
It's
to
Friday
make that
night. We're
point.
foodies. We're happy. Thanks for being along tonight, and stay tuned for our next foodie adventure. Oh, all right, tough guy. Wow. Woo.
Yeah, parking
Go past
in the
him.
fire lane.
All right, tough guy.
Parking in the fire lane. You should tell her.